So today we will start with new point in the structure, that is array of structure variable. You know what is meant by array. Array is a derived data type which stores homogeneous data members together in a single entity. Okay, that is means array. And what is structure? Structure stores non-homogeneous data elements together in a single entity called as structure. But sometimes what we want, suppose we make the structure for student. Okay, that student record contains different fields, that is name of the student, roll number of the students, marks of the students. Clear? That particular record contains different fields. For that purpose we have to design one structure for student and create one object, structure object for that particular data type. Now what happens? If you want to store records of 10 students, okay, we want to store records of 10 students, then what we want? We want to declare 10 different student variables. Clear? But all the student records contains the same data, that is name of the student, roll number of the students and marks of the student. That is again that all student variables having same type. Understood what is the meaning? Students, we want to store one student record. For that purpose we have to create structure data type, no doubt. But now we want to store 10 students records, then we create 10 different student variables, S1, S2, S3 up to S10. Okay, but if you want to store the records of 1000 students, then what happens? We have to create 1000 different variables. If students are more than that, 10,000, then what? We want to create variables of 1000 and more. Clear? But all the records of having same type. Okay, student is having student variable is a structure type, no doubt. But all students, again we want to store 100 student record, then all the students are of having same type. So what we create? We can create array of structure variable. Clear? So today's point is structure, array of structure variable. Understood? What is the aim? So for that purpose we take some different example. Not student, we can create one structure of employee. Okay, we have to create new structure, struct EMP, that is employee. Okay, this employee record contains different fields. First is employee ID, that is EMP ID, employee ID which is in integer. Then name of the employee, that is character array, and next salary, that is also in integer, salary of that particular employee. So this is the one we can create our own data type and ends with the semicolon. Clear? This is the only data type. This is the data type similar to int, float, double. Okay, this is only our data type. Now we have to create our data types variable. Clear? So employee first. There are suppose 5 employees in our organization. So we want to create different 5 employees. So what is the way? You can create it by struct EMP, that is the data type. Then E1, E2, E3, E4 and E5. These are 5 different employees. called as structure variables. These are the structure data members. Clear? That we have studied in last lecture. Now, it is possible, okay, no doubt. We want to create 5 employee records by declaring 5 different variables. But E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, all these are again having same data type. Okay, what is the data type? Struct EMP. That is all these variables having same data type again. So, what is our theme?
Array.
We have to create array of employee, because when we want to store data of similar type into single entity, then what we create? Array. Because array is a homogeneous data type, homogeneous elements together. We can store homogeneous data elements together in a single entity called as array. So instead of writing 5 different employees variables for separate employee variables, we can create array of structure variables. That is today's point name. Array of structure variable. Clear? Okay, it's no doubt. If you create 5 employees, okay, but our organization contains most 900 different employees. Okay, teaching, non-teaching, all the staffs. Total 900 different employees. So we have to create 900 variables for that. But it is not convenient way. Instead of that, what we create? We can create array of structure variable. Understood? What is the point? So for that purpose, we can create array of structure variable. So how many employees are there? Suppose 5. So we can create array of 5 and then give semi-colon. Clear? Okay. Now, when we declare the structure employee above the main function void main, then that array of structure, this is called as array of structure variable. Array of structure variable, it becomes now global and stored on the global partition of your RAM. Next is, now what we do, we have to scan the record of each employee, okay, stored into some database. Means what? We can store the record in these structure variables and then display the records. Clear? Suppose that is, we have to maintain database of 5 employees, okay, on the RAM, and whenever we require, we can fetch the record from that RAM. Suppose you want to display the record of 3rd employee, so it is easy to display. Suppose, so first is we have to store record of all 5 employees. Okay, for that purpose we have to use
loop,
printf and scanf statements. Using that we can store. Okay, so previous that, what is the memory management? This is your RAM, random access memory, E5. Okay, that is, how many bytes are reserved for that? Total array of employee 20 plus 2 plus 2, 24 for one record, employee record, and into 24 into 5. Okay, that is 120 bytes are reserved on the RAM. On which partition? Global partition. Okay, individual data members, there is no memory reserved for these data members, but memory management is done for only variables, structure variable, and each structure variable contains these 3 different data members. Okay, and using structure variable we can access the structure data members using dot operator. Clear? Okay, so memory management, this is all, suppose global memory. So E0 first record dot EMP ID, second E0, that is first employee, dot name of 0, okay, that is name, particular location. What is the name? Then E of 0 dot name of 1 dot E0, last character is stored at 19. Okay. After that, salary, that is E of 0 dot salary. Clear? This is total one employee record. Likewise, there are 5 records. This is a space reserved by compiler at the compilation time. Clear? So next record E1 dot employee ID. Second, E1 dot name of 0, like that. Understood? And last record, that is E of 4 dot EMP ID, E of 4 dot name of 0 dot name. After that, E of 4 dot salary. Okay, that is fourth record, fourth employee record. That much memory is reserved on global partition of your RAM. Understood? This is everything is done at the time of compilation. This is the duty of compiler. This is the function of compiler, to make static memory management for variable. And this E5 is nothing but the structure variable. Only what is the difference? It is a structure variable. So it stores the record of different data type or non-homogeneous data members together in the E of 5. Clear? After that, what we want now, everywhere there is a garbage value. Now we can initialize the employee record as per their employee ID, name and salary. Okay, so what we do, use scanf and printf and scanf statement. For first statement, that is printf enter employee details. This is the first statement on the console. After that printf, okay, only one statement, enter employee ID, name and salary, double quotes complete. Clear? After that, scanf, first is percentage D for employee ID, percentage S for character array, percentage D for salary. Clear? Scanning, comma. Next is where we want to store it. So first is integer. So ampersand of E of 0. Okay. Dot employee ID. Employee ID. Comma. But don't write 0, because if you write 0, then you have to repeat this statement 5 times. Instead of that, we know similar type of statements when we execute multiple times, then there is a way. What? Loops. Okay, you can use any type of loop. Clear? So for that purpose, we have to use for loop. This is very easy. Okay, so integer I is initialized to 0, I less than equal to 4, I plus. So scanf here, write I. That is first record, that is address of E of 0 dot employee ID. Next, E of I dot name. Don't write ampersand because it is a character array. Next is E of I dot salary. Okay, and it is a integer type, so write ampersand while scanning. For loop complete. Clear? That means this for loop executes 5 times and must index starts from 0, so must 0 to 4. You know that if you want to execute body of loop 5 times, then no need to write 0 to 4 if index is not there. But here we want e of 0, so must I is equal to 0 to 4. But only you want to print hello 10 times, then you 10 times only. So you can start I is equal to 100, I less than equal to 110 or 109. Okay, but here we can refer that I as an index of array, and we know that index starts from 0, so must 0 to 4. Clear? After that, okay, so for this loop get executed 5 times, and we can save all employee records. So first cursor is blink, then you must write employee ID, then give enter or tab and write name of the employee. When you specify the name, don't write in double quotes. At the console, when at the runtime, when you write the name, don't write in double quotes. When it is stored into RAM, or when you initialize it at the compile time, then you can write in double quotes. But while executing the program and that data is required at the runtime, at that time don't use the double quotes. Clear? Okay, only use the string. So after that, third time cursor is blinking. When you enter name and press enter, after that you do the salary details and press enter. Next, what happened? Again for loop get executed and again cursor is blinks. Total, how many times cursor get executed? Blinks. First time 3 and multiply by 5 times means 15 times. Okay, understood the meaning? You can stay 15 times, that is value you can enter, but sequence is there. First is integer, second one is character array, and third one is the again integer type. Likewise, you can store the records of employees in the RAM. So this is your database containing employee records. Clear? Next, what we want? Next is we want to display it in the proper manner. Clear? So after that, printf employee record /n/n. Next, again for loop starts I from 0, I less than equal to 4, I plus plus. Next, okay, before that heading is employee name, employee ID, employee name and salary. So printf /t employee name, heading is there, then again /t employee ID /t employee name /t salary /n double quotes complete. Okay, after that we want to print individual employee ID percentage t. Okay, give /t here also because first is /t. After percentage t, give /t, then percentage s, give /t, percentage t, give /t. Clear? And or /t/n. Next line, new line. Cursor goes to new line. Double quotes completes, comma. First, employee ID. How will print e of I dot emp id comma e dot r name, just write name, comma e dot r dot salary, parenthesis complete, give here semicolon. Okay, so proper information is displayed. First is employee ID, name and salary. It is displayed only once. If you write this statement inside the for loop, then what happens? Each time first employee ID, name, salary, first employee record. After that again employee ID, name and salary message is there. So what we want only once. So we can write the printf statement above the for loop. So it executes only once, and this array of employee ID executes 5 times. That's why record is displayed below this employee ID, name and salary. Okay. After that, get ch and main function get completed. Okay. Clear? Understood? So we enter the values at the runtime. We take the values from user at the runtime, enter into particular record stored on the RAM, and again it displayed. Okay. There are different ways. For example, struct employee e of 5. Don't need to write here also. Just I will give comment here. Okay, this is comment. That is, it is not executed. Okay, so instead of that, you have to write e of 5 semicolon. Okay, no need to write again struct employee e of 5. Instead of that, we have to write e5, that is array of structure variable, in this definition itself, and then use the semicolon. It's also valid in C language. Clear? Or this statement, similar statement, we can write in the main also. Only difference is then it becomes the local variable, and that's why its storage type is different. That memory is allocated on stack. At that time, memory is allocated on the stack memory partition of the RAM. Okay, so these are some differences. Clear? Again, okay, suppose this data type name is too long. Struct employee. It is too long. We want to make it small. Data type name, we want to make it small. Understood? So for that purpose also, we have to use type def. For example, type def, it is a keyword, type def, struct employee. Clear? And just we give data type name as a emp. Okay, what is the meaning of this? If you write type def here, type def struct employee, and after this curly bracket write emp, means what? Means now your data type name is emp only. What is your data type name now? emp. That is, you make the struct emp data type name as a small. Understood? What is the meaning of that? If there is a type def is a keyword, you write previous to struct emp. That means this struct emp, that data type name is too long. We make it a small name, or you will give the alias name to that. म्हणजेच काय? टोपण नाव. खूप मोठं नाव असतं ना, म्हणून आपण काय करतो? कुणाला पण टोपण नाव देतो. बरोबर आहे? बरोबर आहे? चंद्रकांत कुंभार कोण असेल तर?
चंदू.
चंदू. That is the understand? That is, you give the alias name for that name because that name is too long, and we make it as a small name. For that purpose, you can use type def, and type def is nothing but your user defined data type. You can create your own data type. Type def struct emp. Instead of that, what is the name? emp. And now using emp, small emp, you have to create the variables. Now don't use it struct emp. Instead of that, what you have to create? If you want to create employee array, then e of 5, it's correct. E of 5. But now what is the data type name? Just EMP. Don't write struct EMP. Now what is the name? EMP. Clear? If you write type def here and then write here EMP, that means struct EMP data type's name is become now small or alias name, that is EMP. It is not a noun structure variable. It is not a structure variable. How we can identify it? Here is a type def keyword. If type def is there, then this is not a structure variable. If we remove it, we remove type def keyword from struct employee, then what happens now? Now EMP becomes a
Variable.
object, structure object or structure variable. Okay, it becomes now just a simple structure variable of type struct EMP. Now it becomes a struct EMP, and here this is not useful. Now what is the data type name? Struct EMP. This is the data type name. If you remove type def from this, then now EMP is a simple structure variable. One simple structure variable. And this E of 5 is a structure, array of structure variable. Understood the meaning? What is the use of type def? Type def is a user defined data type used for creating alias names for particular data type. If the data type name is too long, too big, you want to make it a small, then you can use a type def variable. Okay? Then, okay, that's all about the array of structure variable. So today we will stop here.